Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're listening to me. IPOV supporters have invaded Rivers State and on our soil had killed, destroyed the properties of Muslim Northerners. Muslim Northerners for a crime committed by a Christian. Mosque 6 were vandalized. One mosque was burnt down, and totally vandalized. When I heard the information yesterday about Muslim being attacked, in fact, it was a Christian relation living at Obibo that called me that oil mill is an old area, Northerners and others were fighting because an Aboki killed a Christian. And immediately I reached out to members of the Northern community. Immediately, I started making calls. And most of them were unaware of what was happening. In fact, I don't want to mention their name, but one of them told me that the person is lying. There is no such incident. And immediately, I said, look, try to find out. And immediately swung to action. And he later called me that indeed there was a riot going on and Northerners are being attacked. And he was in a position as the leader, one of the leaders of the Northern community, to immediately do something about it. So I urged him to immediately do something about it. I called some security officers immediately to alert them, which they told me they already know, and they are trying to put mechanism in place to stop what was happening. Finally, in the night, because my phone kept ringing and we kept talking. Finally, in the night, I got one of the Northern leaders, one of the Arewa leaders, who told me that two Christians fought. One from Benue, a Tifi man, and the other one from Adamawa. The one from Adamawa, two Christians. The one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. Immediately, the Igbos around took it over and started a Boki must go protest. Destroyed all the shops owned mostly by Northern Muslims. I don't think there was any Christian shop that was destroyed. An attack mosque, vandalized the oil mill mosque, attacked the one mosque, and it is feared that people must have been captured and have been killed. Two Christians fought. One Christian stabbed another Christian to death. Because they are from the north, immediately it became a fight by Igbo's element. When we will react, they should not turn our state to battlefield. If they want to fight their war, they should go to their own state. We will not allow it in our own state. Because when we will react, we will do that. Why? By that time they will run. You can run anywhere. You can't turn our state to battleground to fight your ethnic war, to fight your religious war. River State cannot be converted.
I have repeatedly said this. I am not a content creator. If you are following me, this is why I will not respond to videos instantly when it's trending. I take my time to make research because my aim and my intention of making videos is to re-educate the people. We have said it time without time that the 21st century illiterate is not someone who cannot read and write, but someone who cannot unlearn and relearn. Exactly. Even some of us in the South and the Southeast who think we are more educated, we are still making the same blunder and pointing accusing finger to the Northerners. What am I trying to say? I have said it here that Bauchi State is not a Muslim state, even though Fulani and Muslims are the one ruling them. But Bauchi State has over 60 to 70% Christian in that state. They are not Muslim people. They are Christians there. I've said it again that Taraba State still remains the only state that Muslims have not ruled in the north. It will shock you. Yes, they are 100% Christian. But you see, ignorance is the problem of this country. That is why we repeat that it's not lack of prayer, lack of spiritual anointing, bad government. It is not even lack of money. It is not lack of job that is making us perish in this country. It's lack of knowledge. We no get sense. We don't make research. We are too emotional. But if you calm down and follow people like us, you begin to understand what is going on. The education we are giving here for free, you might call it a social media ranting, but we are trying to re-educate you so that you get deep, in-depth information and know things for yourself. So even though the North are claiming all of them to be northern states, but not all of them are Fulani, not all of them are Hausas, and not all of them are Muslims. The only problem they have in the north is that majority of them still use Hausa as a common language for communication. So Plateau, Nasarawa, some part of Kaduna, southern Kaduna, even Abuja, even some part of Niger State, then Taraba and some part of Adamawa are not Muslims, but they all speak Hausa as a common language, even though they have their own language. And this is what I'm telling people when I make videos, that in the north, they have almost 3 languages. Their local or native language, the common language, which is Hausa, and the English, which all of us speak as a lingua franca for Nigeria. But when you come to this place, those people that are claiming Igbo force them, their native language is still Igbo. So there's nothing like they force Igbo. A native language is Igbo, except they are speaking Central Igbo, which also our people want to copy in order to be like the Hausas or the North. Our people are copying to make the Central Igbo become a general language, just so that you will not be using your dialect to communicate the same way they are using Hausa to communicate over there. Now, having said this information does not take away the fact that what Asari is saying is truth and at the same time is a lie. Exactly. When Asari said IPOB, the Igbos are doing something, Asari was right. Because you cannot eat your cake and have it back. Ikweres cannot keep bearing Igbo name, speaking Igbo dialect, and don't want to be called Igbos or IPOB. You see the way I'm making video and saying I'm Anyoma, both the Yorubas, the Robos, the Benin, everybody, including some of us in Anyoma, will always come online to say, I'm doing it because IPOB is... Yes, everybody accept that once you say you are able, you are talking about Biafra. So you cannot eat your cake and have it back in Ikwere land. They should be able to understand this. And this is why Asari make that statement. Now, now you must understand that Asari is doing that to let you know, say, Ikwere is Igbo. He has said it over and over. That Wike is Igbo. He has said it. Amechi is Igbo. He has said it. Odiri is Igbo. He has said it that Igbo has been the one ruling, including this one here. So you don't expect him to say that it's not Igbo. But it's only a lie when you now say that it should not be done in their state. Because he want to paint the Southeasterners as the one who orchestrated. But the video here shows that it is the Ikweres that are demanding for their right. Watch this video.
The killing is too much. Aboki are killing. Even the Okada bandit kidnapping is there. The killing is too much. Aboki must go. Stopping of Aboki bike riders operating within the Gruta. 2. Closure of every scrap dump site in Igbo that is operated by these same individuals. 3. Prompt arrests and prosecution of all Aboki backriders involved in the murder of Ncholem, Samuel Festus, and any other crimes committed against our people. Number 4, all cattle raiders, both Fulani herdsmen, must vacate our land, and all herdsmen must stay away from our bushes with immediate effect. We are committed to upholding the rule of law and will not resort to self-help. Nevertheless, we expect the relevant security agencies to act decisively on demands 1 and 2 and 4 within 48 hours of this communique. Failure to do so, we will compel the community to take necessary measures to safeguard our lives and properties. We call on all security agencies, local government authorities, and all concerned stakeholders to treat this matter with urgency it deserves and to work with us in restoring peace and justice to the people.
You see them protesting here. You see them here making a speech how they want the government to react to the situation. They don't want the Abokis or the Northerners to be around them, because when crime is committed by Fulani, we use one brush to paint all of them, that all of them are the same, including some TV, Idoma, some Billion, some Kakanda, some Gwari, some Nupes, some Megalas also fall victim of this, because we see them, as far as they are hitting the grade on the ground, as far as they speak Hausa, we term all of them to be Fulani Hausa Muslim. And that is the problem. The same thing happens in the north. When things happen in Awuchi, you see them saying Igbo people don't start again. You see something happening in Niger Delta, you see them saying Igbo people don't start again. So ignorant, lack of knowledge is the major problem we have here. And that is what has been causing conflict. That is why Nigerians react to things that are not supposed to be reacted to. That is why we pick up arms to fight what we are not supposed to fight. And this is what I'm trying to say. And this is why I say my videos are for re-education, to re-educate the populace, to make you understand the true nature of issues. However, let me go deeper into this analysis of what Asari said in the first video. Asari is trying to incite that it is Southeastern Igbos that are doing this. But unfortunately, he's disappointed that it is his own brothers he share the same state that are doing this, because at the bottom line of the day, blood will show his blood. Igbo will show their Igboness. Even the Ikwere that deny they are not Igbo, what they are doing in the protest, Aboki must go, shows that they are Igbos. They are Igbos. Their reactions and their actions shows they are Igbo. And nobody, no Hausa guy will run away and say that it is not Igbo people that are attacking them. And this is why you are denier. A denier is affecting the Southeast, because every time you see them say Southeast are the problem. No, you are denier is bringing problem for Southeast. If anything happen in any region now, and maybe they start fighting, they will be killing people in Southeast, burning their property. Meanwhile, you are the one who are bringing shame to the Southeast. Just like our brother Chukwuma Manzogo Banam do something and is tagged to be called Igbo coup. The Southeast suffer the consequences, but our people here are the one denying. So at the end of the day, you see that we that are denying our Igboness are the real problem the Southeast are facing. But one big thing I want to drag out from this post is that as an Igbo man, whether in South, on Southeast, or North Central, there are things that are holding us behind. There are things that Nigerian government are using to hold us behind. One of them is our political elite, our politicians. We cannot swallow it, we cannot vomit it. Our politicians are our big problem. In all this, has anyone made any statement? Has any of them come to say this is how it's supposed to be? The leaders are quiet. Why Asari is inciting a religious war on the Igbos. Even on Hanez and Igbo, who is an Ikwere man, is quiet. My brother, Senator John Azotambata, please. Sometimes Essex silence is not good. You make a speech, even if not by writing. I just saw the write-off of Livingstone and I'm happy, but then you or Haneze should speak up. This is your own even state because this chaos is supposed not to go. Haneze is a chain holding the Igbos and they need to be unchained. Haneze need to be active or proactive. That is it. Be proactive. Be outspoken. I don't know whether it's politically that chaining you. It's not supposed to be our political elite, our leaders are dormant. That's why I keep saying that Igbo does not have a leader. See, it's the youth that are making moves to solve their problem by themselves. The leaders are quiet. This is one problem the Igbos are facing, whether it's in southeast or inside the south. You can see it. It's facing all of us. Why? Because even those who claim to be our leader cannot still function in the office of a leader because normally it's not in our nature to lead people. It's just in our nature for all of us to be led by ourselves. Exactly. And another thing I want to let you know that is going to be a big problem in Igbo land is Igbo Muslim. With this that Asari did here, we let you know why people like us are against you talking about Igbo Muslim. Yes, there's need for tolerance. There's need for you to live in harmony, for everybody to practice his faith. Nigerian Constitution talk about you have rights to practice any religion you want. But forcing or coercing people that Igbo Muslim is a good thing to embrace is a pure lie to ourselves. We must tell ourselves the truth. I won't hate a Muslim, but I will hate you who want to lie to people that is the best way to go. I criticize Christians, I criticize pastors. So it's not like I'm saying it against Muslims. What I cannot do to Christians, I do it to everybody. Now, if you notice what Asari is saying in this video, Asari is that man that if they come to kill Rivers people between Islam and that of Christians, Asari will side on Islam ahead to kill his own state people who are Christians. This is what faith does to you. This is what Islam stands for. This is why I'm using it to draw hand to ear for the people who think that Igbo Muslim is good. When the time comes, Fulani might actually enter a village to kill you, and you follow Igbo person, but because he's a Muslim, we fold hand and watch while they slaughter his brothers. I've repeatedly said this, that truly blood is thicker than water, but faith is stronger than blood. I'll repeat again. Blood is thicker than water, but faith is stronger than blood. People don't help you because you are their blood. People help you because they believe they need to help you, or they might have a reason what they believe that made them help you, not because of blood. If blood is the way people go, people will not be killing their own brother or their mother, or father will not be killing their son. People will not be betraying their own blood because of riches. People do things what they do because of what they believe, because of faith. People in a secret society or in a cult might be giving gun to hit their own brother because they believe the cult is stronger to be associated with than their own blood. So when you hear people say blood is thicker than water, there's another side to it. Faith is stronger than blood. That is why you should not embrace this slogan, Igbo Muslim. Not because you hate Muslim, but you should not embrace it. Look at what is happening in Kwara State. Asina. Why is Imbe the wisest animal? He doesn't allow things to happen to him before he learns. He learns from other people's mistake. You should learn from other people's mistake. You don't need to experience it before you will learn. Because it might actually take your life if you will learning in grave. Look at what is happening in Kwara State, where they are living in peace and harmony, but others are coming, even killing, even unaliving those who are still Muslim in the same state. These are things we are telling you. We are setting this camera and giving you warning on daily basis. We are even putting our life in line by saying things we say, because these things, he makes us become enemy, but we have to say the truth. We have to set the record straight. Look at what Asari is saying. When they will start retaliating, when they will do this. So Asari will rather stand, let them buy his fellow state people, his brothers, but because they are Christian, he will support Islam. And that's why he lied that mosque was destroyed. So you see, these are issues we are having on ground. And this is why people like us are making these videos, putting our life in risk, in danger, but to share and say this truth to you. Share it and let everybody see what we are talking about. I'm out of here, John. Mwah.